Today, wakasm plays more Legacy of You. How's everybody doing today? I'm wakasm. I'm back. I had to take a little break just because I'm back to school. My kids started school. We went on a little couple-day end of summer type thing that kind of took me away from being able to record for a few days. I have some job changes going on in my life, so just a whole lot of things going on that kind of delayed me back to playing games. But I am back at the table today to continue my campaign of Legacy of You. So we are just going to get right into it and get started. Actually, before we get started, a couple things. I am in the process of ranking and reviewing all my games. I just did a video game review for the first time. That's on the channel, UFO 50 game. I'm going to be doing that series for a while. In addition to, I'm going to start reviewing some board game stuff, but I'm also in the process of updating my website, and I don't know at what point that stuff's going to go live. I mean, I have a website. I have a lot of stuff up there already, wakasm.com. If you don't know, it's in the description below. But in addition to video stuff, I'm going to have a lot more written stuff. We're going to be trying to get every game I ever played ranked, tiered, sorted, more information on there so that I can have a more dedicated place to be like, hey, these are my top 5 games of this, or these are my top 10 games of that. Something that I have a hard time with, but yeah, that should be going up sometime soon. At least like the framework for it will be there. Me actually going through and reviewing every single game will take a lot longer because I've played a lot of games in my past 20 years of board games. Not everything will be solo either. I mean, most of it will be solo. I mean, a lot of it video-wise will be solo because I'm playing solo. But written-wise, I'll have reviews for any game I've ever played. So even if I've only played it once, I'll have some sort of something to say about it or some placement for it. I'm also doing the same thing for every video game I've ever played. So it's a very big undertaking project that I'm trying to do. Curious how it will come out. It's something I'm doing in my spare time when I'm sitting at a computer at work. So it doesn't really take any time from doing this. What takes time from doing this is just the fact that I do have a full-time job and a kid and everything else going on. So again, at some point, I hope to be doing more of this and less of that. But right now, that's the ratio that we have going on. Anyway, that is the housekeeping. I'm going to get into the game now. Let's do that. And before we continue, just want to say a special thanks to all my patrons, all 2 of you. You know who you are, Sloth Bear, Kumagoro. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you would like to support me, this channel, anything that I do, that's an easy way to do it. I'm now trying to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube. We just passed the 300 milestone. Yay! So hopefully we can get to 500 this year, maybe in a couple months. That would be wonderful. Let me know what I could be doing more of. I do have ideas of stuff I want to do to make the channel more interactive. Again, I'm one person, limited by time, so playthroughs is the easiest thing for me to do because it gets me playing my games as well as, you know, recording and doing this. But I do want to do more, so again, stay tuned. And if you don't like what I do, then don't subscribe. But hopefully you do. I have to get that out of the way. So I have everything set up. We have, what do we have here? So first, we're going to get our starting resources, which, you know, this is our, 4th game playing, I think. I think we've won 2 and lost 1 so far. So I kind of already have everything set up and ready to go. But just a recap of things. This is how the base game is set up. We put out a bunch of random cards. We put out more random cards. Weirdly enough, the pool of random cards is actually starting to like not even be random anymore. Like I only have like 5 of these, exactly 2 of these, exactly 2 of those. So I don't know. I don't know if that's normal, but that's where I'm at right now in the game. In addition, we still have our wall that we have to get through. We broke it down a little bit last game, but it came back a little bit weaker, but it's still something that we're going to have to deal with. So we're going to try to figure out a solution for that. And then on top of that, we have our reward for losing, which lets us kind of soak a damage every round. And then we also have our rations that we got to take care of, which this time around we don't get a bonus. Instead, we have to do 1 meat one wheat, and then I don't know what this is. Looks like kanji, milk, fish. I don't know. Can't really tell. The light's not graded here when I'm playing at night, unfortunately. Maybe that's noticeable. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. But each time we're going to have a story beat this time, so this might unlock a bunch of new things, might hurt us. I have no idea what to expect, but we have to take care of this in order to win. The wall we do not have to take care of in order to win, but we will probably have a really rough time if we do not take care of the wall. So of course the wall is going to be a very early thing for us. And then one last thing, because we won last game, we actually ended up adding a bunch of harder barbarians to the deck. So they're going to be coming out too. When one pops out, I will kind of point out that I think they're one of the hard ones. I'm pretty sure they're identifiable, but I don't know. I don't think any of them have story beats. They're going to be in there for the remainder of the campaign unless something else removes them. But yeah, we have our starting resources here. I should probably put out the booklet for the rules. And yeah, we're just going to get started. So the first thing we do is we harvest. And again, we're going to be getting 4 cards, and then we just get the stuff that's here. So we're just getting 1 worker, 1 shell, and 1 provision. And then everything else we don't get yet because we don't have anything unlocked. And then we're just going to take our 4 cards and what we can do with these cards. So I'm still, for some reason, I'm so used to doing this when I get my cards. I have to remember that new camera over here. I kind of repositioned things a little bit so that things would make sense. So if you ever see me do that, that's why. This is what we're starting with. We do have the 2 lumber guy that we unlocked recently, so that could be a useful thing. The 2 provisions person is really useful. We did start with 2 cards that I like. We can actually start getting harvesting a new worker every round, which I probably will do. Also, I really like the provision and the shell, but since we have this wall to deal with, where the wall, where is it, requires 2 extra workers to even go after, we're probably gonna start with the worker, but we also need a lot of provisions to get up there, so provisions are actually good for us as well. So I don't know, probably gonna do the worker, but let's play and figure out what we're gonna do. So anyway, these are the cards that we have. So what are we going to do on our first turn? I feel like there's a lot of things that you do every single time when you play this game. One of the things that we are going to do pretty early is we're just going to get an extra provision by doing this. And then I think we are just going to very early tuck this right in here, and we'll start getting a worker every turn. We are going to grab this guy for free, and we're going to pay 2 provisions to get these 2 people as well. Now, one issue that we have is this barbarian up here, a red worker, which is the fighter, and we don't have any fighters. We have no way of getting fighters this early. So that is something that we're going to have to deal with. We're going to end up taking 1 damage. We just don't have any way to mitigate it. We also don't have, well, I could actually mitigate it if I get rid of this guy. If I get rid of this guy, I could get both the lumber and meeple of my choice, but I feel like it's maybe not worth it. Well, I don't know. It kind of is worth it. It's kind of the same thing, right? If I get rid of him now versus taking a damage, kind of the same thing, right? Except for I get to keep a card on top. Maybe I do that. I like having this guy in my deck, unfortunately, to get the 2 lumber, but maybe we just do this early so we don't take any damage. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get rid of him early. I don't like doing it, but I think my logic is sound. So we're gonna see if my logic is sound. We're gonna find out if my logic is sound. We're gonna take 2 lumber, and we're gonna get a worker of our choice, and we're gonna get a red worker. And then we are just going to discard these people. What's going on here? I messed something up somewhere. Who are these guys and why are they here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wait, yeah, I just bought people. Yeah, I don't know why I'm losing my mind. I bought 3 people. That's who they are. Okay. I thought I set the game up wrong again. All right, so we're gonna get 2 more provisions, and we are going to get a. That's not a brick. That is a red worker. Now, unfortunately, we can't do this yet. We'll be able to do it soon. So that is it for our turn. We don't really have anything else that we can do. So just again to recap how the game works in case you want to know. We harvested, we took actions. We would return the barge if we built the river space, but we didn't do that this turn. So we're going to suffer attack. And when we suffer attacks, I'm going to negotiate with this barbarian with a fighter, but I'm going to soak this damage with this card that we have that lets me take 1 damage every turn. Pretty strong card. We're going to probably keep that for as long as we possibly can. I don't know if the game's going to force us to get rid of it ever, but for now, that's what we're going to do. And yeah, then we're going to refresh the card row. So the way that works is these guys are going to slide down. Going to slide down. This worker is going to slide down. We're going to add this barbarian is going to slide down. We're going to add this barbarian, and we're going to add 2 more right there. All right, so now we got to deal with a lumber stealing barbarian and a warrior stealing barbarian, and then we're just going to start a new turn. We are going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we are also going to get this worker comes back, and then we're going to get 2 workers this time because we have that card parked underneath. And then we're going to get another shell and another provision. I think I meant to purchase somebody from the top row, but I didn't do it, so it's too late now. But that would have been smart. We have the 2 extra provisions, but I don't know. Maybe we'll get what we need to get rid of the wall person. As soon as we get rid of the wall, then that frees us up to do a lot of things. So right now we need. What do we need? I don't know what we need. What can we do right now? We can build something. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we have a brick, we have a wood, and we have a worker. I think we're gonna do what most people do, and we are going to build I always forget which ones are which. A hut, a farm, which ones are these? We're gonna build a farm. That's going to get us a provision. Then we are also probably, no, not probably yet. Well, maybe probably. We're going to turn this person in to get a worker, and we're going to pay 2 workers and 2 shells to advance the river, because we're going to have to deal with that soon anyway. And that is going to get us a brick, a wood, but then we also have to destroy a card. And I don't know if I could soak this damage up. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I do wonder if I could use this card to soak up this damage. I don't really know. The rules were part of the story, and I forgot specifically how that part of the story worked. And this symbol specifically isn't really covered on like the master back of the book thing. I guess they didn't want to include it for spoilers. I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, we're gonna get a brick. We're just gonna get this back. That's gonna go away. We're back to 1 worker, 1 brick, 2 lumber. We got a bunch of provisions here. Now we can trade in 2 shells for provision if we need to, and we can build something else. If we can get 1 more wood, we could actually build one of these, which would be pretty useful. Or we could get the brick, we can target huts and get a hut out too. Usually getting the hut out is pretty good as well. Both of them are good options. Or we could also just get another one of these out and start stockpiling up on workers completely. But let's see what we have in our hands. So we have, what do we have? So we have a 2 lumber guy. Get 2 lumber. We have get a blue spearman person. And we have get a yellow archer person. All right, so we've got all our resources. This is everything that we're working with right now. We've got a lot of wood, and we are going to certainly barter this person with wood, but we don't have an answer for that at the moment. And we don't have any way of converting our people yet. Let me look at these cards that I just traded in real quick. They were all red meeples, except for this worker one. I think what we are going to do is we're going to take one of these generic colored ones and get a provision. And then we are also going to recruit this person for free, these two people for provision each. And then we'll grab this person for 2 provision. Might be going too strong in the provision situation that we have going on, but maybe it's too early to get that extra person. You know what? We'll take back 2 provisions. We'll put them back out. Might be a little bit too early because we need to go after that wall as soon as possible. And then I think what we are going to do is we are going to spend a worker and 3 wood. And I think we are going to buy a outpost. And we're going to probably get the red one because, I mean, which color we get doesn't really matter, but neither of these cards are red, which means, I don't know, maybe statistically red's coming out at some point. I don't know. In addition, it also means that if we need to, we can trade a red worker for this guy when the time comes. Can't do it yet because we don't have any more white workers to spend. So we are going to, I think, still be taking a damage no matter what we do because we don't have the ability to get one more worker with what we have going on. But that's okay. We can take 1 damage, I think. And then we have to hope that the next guy that comes out is something that we can pivot to. We have a blue, we'll have whites as reds, so we'll have a little bit of options there. We have a yellow, and then we get to get one of any color. So we should be able to do some stuff there when this is all said and done. So that's all of our actions. So we're done harvesting. We took our actions. We're going to return the barge back to the map. We're going to suffer attack. We bartered with this guy. We are going to stoke a damage, but we're going to take a damage from this guy. So we're going to have to get rid of one of our cards. Oh no, it's the double provision person. I love this person. All right, that's fine. So they go away. And then we are simply just going to restock things. These people are going to slide down. And all right, they slide down 1. A new person comes out. This looks kind of promising, although we still need more workers. So it depends on what we draw. And then we're just going to start a new beginning of the turn. So we are going to get a worker. And actually, did I not give myself the shell and the provision last turn? Because I don't have a shell over here. No, maybe I spent it on this. Yeah, I probably did. No, I could have made things harder for myself. I'm not 100% sure. I am going to get a provision, and then I'm going to get another worker. And this worker is going to come back. I guess this soldier, worker, whatever the terminology is. And I also get 1 of any color that I want. So right now, if I get another blue, I can potentially go after this person and get this off the board. Not sure if that's what I'm going to do yet. I want to, for sure, if I can, but I still also have to solve this too. We also draw 4 cards, and we're drawing our first one, and then now we have to reshuffle this deck. And when we reshuffle the deck, the wave moves up and starts cashing us, so we have to keep an eye on that as well. Right, and then 2, 3, 4. So I think this is a pretty good draw, quickly analyzing it. I'm getting a lot of different workers, but I'm getting another one of these guys, so that's very important. So I think we're just gonna cash them all in now before we forget. Actually, yeah, no, I didn't have a choice yet. Okay, so we're gonna get a white, a yellow, and then we're just gonna get 2 lumber. If I really need to, I can cash him in instead to get a wild, so I'll just keep that in the back of my mind, but I don't think I'm gonna need to. And then let's kind of look and see where we are at our situation right now. All right, so we could, with what we have right now, take care of that wall, and I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to need all of our white workers and 2 blue. The way this works is I have to pay the 2 white workers for the wall, and then a red and 2 blue. And because I have that outpost, all my whites are red. So all my laborers are also fighters. There are men and women of many talents. Means that I can remove, oh, and then I have to pay 3 provisions too, which is I can't forget. I'm going to get rid of 3 provisions. And that's going to give me 2 shells, a lumber, and then this is going to come off the board, and we're going to do our first story beat for this chapter of Legacy of You. All right, so we're going to do page 6. I did not want, very hard to stay on camera and then read this. I did not want to be right. See if I can read this from up here. I did not want to be right, but with wisdom comes the ability to foretell heartbreak, and once more I stand before the fortress. This time is different as I watch the spark of rage rise into the smoky air, mixing with the cheers from the people around me. I have one hand on Bo Yi's shoulder. His work was good, as it always is. When we came at this fortress again, they did not expect us to breach the south wall. The surprise was effective, and once the enemy was quashed, made sure that none would reside here for a long time. This scorched earth will stand as a testament to our conviction. Nothing will stand in the way of our great work. File the destroyed fortress in the box under history. In one of the following rewards, construct 1 building for free. Oh, I can't even do that. Discard any 1 barbarian card above the board without gaining its reward, or draw 3 townsfolk cards into your hand from the townsfolk draw. I probably would draw the 3 townsfolk. Although getting rid of the red barbarian might not be a horrible thing either, but I can actually do that with what I have in my hand right now. So you know what? I'm going to draw 3 townsfolk from the draw pile. So the wall goes away, and as far as I can tell, they're not replacing it with another wall. And I believe the draw pile is this one. I have to double check that it's not this one. That's the ready pile, yeah. So I believe I'm going to draw, and then these go into my hand. Sorry, it set it into your hand. So yeah, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and we got provisions, which is exactly what I wanted to. So we're just going to cash all these guys in, get a provision, get 2 more yellow workers, archers. We have a lot of archers right now. And then with what we have already, we are just going to go after this barbarian as well. And it's going to be 2 provisions, 2 archers, and a spearman. Everything, what am I doing? Everything right here. It's going back in the box to pay. And they're going to come off the board, and I'm going to get another lumber. I have a lot of lumber right now. And more shell. And these guys have to go over here. All right, so based off of that, we are in okay shape. I cannot build any more buildings until I build this, but the second I build this, I'm going to have more barbarians show up because I'm going to start drawing 2, so we're going to wait a turn to do that, and this is where the slow part of the game comes in. Sometimes you got to be a little bit patient, but we are going to grab this guy for a, and then we're going to spend a provision to draft these 2. This is what they look like right here. And I'm going to spend 2 shells to draft this guy right here as well into our deck, because they count as a provision. And then you know what? I'm gonna do 4 more shells, draft this guy as well. We're gonna stack our deck, and then we're gonna do nothing else. The wall is gone, so that's important for us. I do have to start considering this at some point. Last time we waited a really long time, but we'll see what we can do. And yeah, that is it for the turn. So we are going to replenish. They're just gonna stay here. We'll add 1 barbarian. That is one of the hard barbarians, I think, because I think all the hard barbarians have 2 damage. Oh yeah, and then we don't even have to trade with this person because we're only taking 1 damage and we have the shield. So yeah, I didn't have to lose my lumber yet. Although this next turn I might have to start losing my lumber. And then yeah, so we suffer our attacks, we replenish the row, and now we're going to do our harvest again. And again, We're going to draw our 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put right here for right now. This person is going to return back to us. We are going to get 2 workers, this one and this one. We're going to get 1 provision, so we are pretty low on provisions right now. And then we get 1 of our choice, and we're just gonna kind of look up here and see what we got to deal with. So we want this person to go away. We either need blue or black. I guess we'll get black for now. Let's look in our hand, actually. Makes sense to look into our hand, and we are not really getting any colors that help us unless I get rid of a person, which I don't know if I'm going to do. We'll see. We might just taking damage this turn. Actually, I can get black different way. So we are going to take a blue. And let's look at our hand and see what we're working with here. So we have how many cards in our pile? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in our pile. So we're not going to move the ship until next turn. So we're going to do some easy stuff right now. First, we're just going to get 3 provisions and a shell. Then we are going to get 2 brick. And we're going to get a warrior or a fighter. Then, what are we doing next? I had a plan. My plan was I was going to draft this person. I was going to pay 1 provision for this person right here. Why is it not? I was going to pay 1 provision for this one, and instead of taking them, I'm going to actually drop them right away to get the rider meeple. So there goes our provision for that. Then that puts us in a position where we can spend 1, 2, 3. These 3 guys right here, and 3 provision, and that's going to take care of this barbarian. A lot of provision we have to use to do that, but what can you do? We do get 2 shells and a brick. So we are pretty loaded on brick and wood right now. So when we do advance the ship, we can start building stuff right away, which will be good. Why do I feel like I just put my 2 shells back? Don't actually know if I did or not. My gut is saying that I drew my 2 shells and put it right back in the box. So if I'm cheating, I apologize. I don't think I am though. All right, so this person we're just going to leave out because we have the wood, and we also have the shield, so we don't have to pay them the wood. So what we are going to do is we are going to pay 2 shells, draft this person, and we're going to put a worker here to get an extra provision. And then that is it. We have all this in preparation for the future, but we will have to start next turn advancing the ship, and we're going to be going after more barbarians. So, all right. So next barbarian is another hard one, I think. Again, because they have the 2 damage. Like you can't barter with them. It's basically the theme. I guess they're mean. I don't know. That's what we're doing. And then we're going to do another harvest, and same thing, we're going to get our 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to get our 2 workers, our 2 shells, another provision, and then what is next? Something else is here. Yeah, we're going to get a worker of our choice, which we have to go look at what we need again. We're in the same situation where we need a rider and a spearman, which is the black and blue meeples. So let's see what the game's going to give us. So the game, unfortunately, this round is going to be giving us, where is it? This is our hand right now. I can get rid of this guy, potentially get 1, or I can get rid of this guy, or we're just going to get a million brick and wood and really be prepared for brick and wood stuff, which is, I think, is what's going to happen this round. So I think I'm just going to, actually, no, I can build this round. So actually, let's do all of our building and pre-plan all of that. Let's figure this out. Well, first things first, we are going to spend a worker, 3 brick, and a lumber. Actually, no, we're going to prepare all that. We're going to spend 2 workers and 2 shells. 2 workers and 2 shells to advance the ship, because we have to do that. No matter what happens, we have to do that. And we're in an interesting place because we only have 1 card in our discard, so I don't think the flood even advances yet. I don't think that happens until we have to shuffle. All right, And then, oh, okay, we get to solve our problem with this right here. Now we can discard a card to get 2 shells, but we also have to advance 2 barbarians now every turn. So I think we are going to, oh, we also get a brick and a wood back. Brick and a wood back. And then we have to discard our 1 worker because of the river space. So we lose, who do we lose? We lose this person. It's all right. Then we're gonna build, I think we are going to probably have a lot of good options here. I could get another worker, or I could get a provision and a shell. And I think I'm going to do provision and shell next. So we are going to pull this off. Oh yeah, we totally forgot. No, this is our first one. So now things, the order and stuff matters. In fact, I should have done this first anyway, so we're just going to do it. Should have recruited this person and these 2 people first with our 2 provisions. Actually, I think we need our extra provision, do we? You know what? No, it's better to take 2 people with the provisions because I'll just take the damage. But I have to draw and now I have to shuffle. So order does matter. I totally forgot that there were rewards in the back of these. Otherwise I would have done it that way. So that's just something to remember for future me. These cards are still all in my hand. This card's also still in my hand technically, but we are going to tuck it. And then we're going to have to shuffle this big deck like this. And I also don't think I pulled this person back either at the beginning of the round. All right, so we have the shuffle. So the wave is going to advance. I have to draw a card. Top of the barbarian? No, this was the good one, right? Where is it? I do hate the iconography because it's just a card +1 and you just have to kind of remember what color means what. But yeah, it is draw from here. And then interestingly enough, our problem gets solved again because we got the get a black meeple card. So we'll just do that. And that's the rider. And then we'll just cash all these in for 4 brick. We stocked up on brick again. Brick, 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 brick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, provisions right now are our big bottleneck here. I don't know if we have a way of getting the provisions that we need with what we have. So we're just going to end up taking a damage this turn. But before we take a damage, we are going to put out a worker here. Just get another, oh yeah, sorry, we built this hut out here. So we're gonna get we're gonna get a blue meeple and a black meeple in this space and this space. And then we're gonna put a meeple here to get a provision. And we're just gonna hold on to our provisions for now so that we, do I wanna go after that barbarian that's sitting there? No, they're a 3. Or hold on to our provisions for now. I was thinking about grabbing this person. I'm not sure I'm going to do that. All right, so I think that's everything for the turn. So we are going to return the barch, suffer attack, and again, we're going to barter 1 wood for this guy, but we are going to take 1 damage from there, which means we got to get rid of a person from the top of the deck. This person, and then we're going to refresh the row. So now they slide down. They slide down. We're doing 2 at a time now, so we do have to start accelerating our game a little bit here. We refill the row, and then we have to hope that we can get the resources we need to get through this. So now we're gonna harvest again, and we're gonna get our 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at them now first. See what we're getting. All right, so we're getting a lot of provisions this turn. This is a good provision turn, and we're getting a red meeple, which might be worth, actually not worth that much this round, but we'll make it work. Right now we have a lot of good trades up there, so this is in my opinion, a very good hand for us. But we're also going to get 2 laborers, the white meeples. We are going to get 1, 2, 3 shells. 1, 2, 3 shells. We're going to get 2 provisions. And then we also get a worker of our color choice. And based on what we have going on the board right now, maybe it is time to get another rider. And then these guys come back. Actually, probably should get another spearman, blue one. And then that's it for harvesting. And we could build first and just get this revealed. This would let us trade for workers of our choice, right? That's what that one does. Then we could also potentially get another one of these out right away, and then we can worry about all the barbarians. Kind of aggressive, but I think we're going to do it. We have a lot of resources, so we're going to pay our 3 workers and our 2 shells right away. This is going to come off the board. It's going to give us a brick of wood, and then we have to get rid of 2 workers off the top. Again, it's just these guys. Not really sure how important it is to know which ones come out. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 turns, assuming we don't lose any other cards before we have to advance the flood again. And then we can, we're actually missing, a laborer. We don't have a way of getting a laborer, but actually no, we can use a red as a white. We are going to put a, what do we need to get rid of? We need to get a blue, yellow, and black. Just putting these up on the barbarians, so I have them reserved. We're going to reserve all this. We're not doing it yet. I mean, we can do it, but I'm still trying to focus on what I want to do down here first. Problem is I don't have any really good bottom actions. I want to do this. I'm considering just doing a hut and doing either another worker or the provision or another farm. But I really like the idea of getting one of these out, even if I don't have the greatest. What would I want to put down here though? That is the question. What would I want to put down here? I don't even know. Probably not anything I have in my hand. So maybe we just do the hut. It is less resources, but yeah, less resource intensive. So we're going to put out a black meeple to get a red meeple, red worker. We're going to use the red worker to do one of these. I think we're just going to do another laborer for now. We'll get another provision. Just hope that all the shells we get in our food. Then what is next here? Yeah, now we can take care of this guy. Just get him done with. We already paid for everything. That's going to get us 3 shells. 1, 2, 3. He's going to go away. This goes back in the box. All right. Then we still have all this in our hand too. We like totally forgot that. We'll have all this to trade in. So let's just trade it in now. We're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 provisions and 2 shells. Let's see what this looks like. 4 provisions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 shells. And then another red worker. We are definitely just going to draft all 3 of these for 2 provisions. Then do I have enough to cover everything up there? I definitely do. Just what do I want to spend and where? Probably I should, well, first I should get another provision. Then I probably should use a provision and 2 shells and keep the lumber. I think that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna end our turn. We got no more actions. We're gonna pay off these 2 barbarians with a provision and 2 shells. And then this guy's gonna come back to the board. How does this work? They're gonna slide down 1 more. 2 more barbarians can come out. We only have 2 villagers coming out, so we are in a little bit of a predicament, but hopefully we can start burning through these guys. I don't know how fast we can do it, but we are going to try, and then we're back to another harvest phase. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're getting 3 white laborers. 1, 2, 3 shells. 2 provisions. These workers come back, and I can get a worker of my color choice here. We don't have any of the hard barbarians out yet. We're probably just going to start targeting these guys and working our way up. Although we don't like this one too much because he's needing a meeple source that we don't really have a lot of. So let's look at our cards real quick. Just a lot of different colored meeples that we're getting. All right, so let's just look and see what color we need. Well, we can take this guy out first with a blue meeple, so let's just do that. He's an easy target. We're just gonna put everything on his card. We're not gonna do it yet. So that was our free meeple, our free worker. Next, let's cash in all 4 of these cards because we're not building any buildings anytime soon. So let's just get what we need. If I make a mistake, I can always take the bottom action and remove the card later. So we're getting a provision and a shell, 2 yellow workers, and a laborer. That's all of this. Now we have a huge pile of resources here. So let's just, I don't even have enough shells up here, so I have to trade in 2 shells to pay for the provision. We'll give ourselves back the provision so that I can get 3 shells. We have all the shells in the game right now in our pile, so we're gonna have to start figuring out how to best use those. Next, we have just basically a lot of red, so we're missing blue. Blue and black are the colors that we're missing right now. We can get 1 blue. Let's do that. Let's put a yellow here, get it blue. So with that 1 blue, we basically have, we'll do 2 shells and a provision. 2 shells and a provision. So next we're gonna take care of this guy because whites count as reds. So it's basically, we're gonna use 2 shells to pay per provision. We have to pay 2 provisions, and these are all the meeples that we need for that. And that means we're gonna immediately get back 2 shells and a brick. He's gonna go up here. And then unfortunately, we don't really have the colors we need to deal with all this, but we do have the resources. We have the lumber and we have the food. So let's just put that out for now. And if I come up with a way to deal with it all, I will, but I don't think unless I trade in a lot of workers to get the colors we need, but I don't think I need to do that yet. I think we can kind of survive one more round here. So we're gonna get a provision. We're gonna recruit this person. And I think we are going to immediately trash this person just to get the worker. Our villager deck is getting pretty small and we need the colored workers, so might as well just get it now. And then still don't have what we need to take care of this guy or that guy or that one. Yeah, but we actually have the worker now, so we can actually do it this way. But I think we're going to hold on to this worker. Yeah, okay. So that is everything that we're doing for the turn. We have no more actions here, no more actions there. So we are going to suffer our attacks. We're going to bribe these 2, and then we're going to use our shield for that one. And then yeah, they're just going to slide down 1 each. Another 2 come out still. None of them are the scary ones, and then we're going to shuffle this. 1, 2. We really like that person to stay out there. So probably going to not draft them. We're probably just going to trash them immediately to get their thing. I like having them up every single turn. Them and like a white meeple would be great, although the black meeple one is also pretty great for us right now. All right, so we have again 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 more cycle left if we want to like keep pulling our resources. This is what our hand looks like. That's not what our hand looks like. So we're getting a lot of everything, and none of these actually. If I could get a building out this turn, this might be a good turn to tuck this guy underneath, but we would have to be really, really prepared for the barbarians because we have 5 out on the board. Not sure it's in my best interest yet to do that, but we're going to see. It might be in my best interest to go for it this turn. Because if we move the canal up this turn and build something, then we can get another outpost out or another one of these out. And that's where we start being able to put 2 things out, which makes us a lot stronger. But we have to be able to at least get rid of 2 barbarians, because once we flip this, we start seeing 3 barbarians. So, all right. So let's just get all our resources first. 3 laborers. 3. Oh, we did make a mistake. Hold on. I gotta trade in some of these for these. We are not gonna have enough shells to maintain what we have going on here. All right, so then we're gonna get 2 foods, 3 shells, and then 1 of any color that we want. Yellow guys come back too. And the color we want is probably going to be blue. We actually have some ways to get black now. All right. Then we are going to simply trade in these 3 first for their resources. 2 wood, and then 1 more labor. All right. Do we make our move this turn is the question. I think we're just going to... I don't want to recruit this person though. I don't want to recruit either of them. I want to keep them out. So maybe I just trash them. Let's see what it would cost before anything to build a canal and then build a hut. It would be 3 laborers, 2 shells. Actually, you know, if we do it this way too, then cycle next round anyway, and we're kind of like maximizing that. Then if we want to build a hut, it would be 1 more laborer and a wood. That covers all of that, and that leaves everything here to deal with something. But is it enough to deal with what we need to deal with? We can take care of this person. We can simply use a yellow to get another blue. That takes care of 1 barbarian. Let me put all this above that barbarian. But do we have enough to take care? Do we have the right colors to take care of a different barbarian is the question. We don't unless we trade in a food. Might be what we need to do. This might be the turn where we have to do that. But we also, yeah. We're going to trade in 1 worker and 1 food. And then we'll just get our food back by putting out a yellow here. To get a blue, then we are going to do the following. We are going to trash this guy just to get... Oh, we don't have any food left either. Oh, we do have... Well, we will have food left in a second. All right, so let's go through some of this so that we can get all of this taken care of. First things first, we're going to build this. That's all of this resources right here. And nothing happens on the back of this one, but we do get a brick and a wood. Then we lose 2 of our people. Next, we are going to build a hut. Oh, and we also can get another people like this, so that actually solves the problem for us well. So we'll do that, and this gets us a story. Okay, that could be good, that could be bad. We'll see. So let's do our story now. Gonna read chapter 11. I wasn't expecting a story. All right. While walking among the workers today, I spoke with a forester who had the most wonderful ideas about the ways we are using the trees as we fell and as we dig. This will surely make our work easier as we move down the river. Follow the constructed hut card of the box under history. Find card 40 in the story deck and follow in the box under huts and canals for future games. All right, so we're just kind of trading in one or another one, seems like. Why do I always have this wrong? What am I missing? 40. Okay, there we go. So this is going to go back into the box. It's just another one of this, although this one doesn't give us any bad things. So I guess this is just an upgrade. You don't have to lose people every time. Kind of interesting. Oh wait, no, that one was not a lose people one. Oh no, it is a lose people one. Interesting. I built this and got one of these. Kind of not what I expected, but sure. All right. All right. Then I'm going to build this guy. We're going to put him right under here. So what does that mean for us? It means we're going to get an additional worker every turn. And you know what? I think we're just going to go all out right now, and we are going to also just build a outpost immediately. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do, I don't know, blue. We'll do blue. I feel like we have problems with blue. And that will give us a red meatball. And I don't even know if I gave myself the black one for that one. Hopefully I did. Hopefully I did. And we'll also start getting shells every turn too. I have like a pile of resources that should all go back into the box, probably. Okay, we just did a lot of stuff here. And then what did that do for us? We should have another black meeple. I'm 95% positive we should, because I had said that it solves this problem for us. Pretty sure if we rewind the tape, I just didn't give myself that meeple. If I cheated, I apologize. I'm not meaning to. I'm just pretty sure that's what happened. And then that also means now I can actually recruit this person instead of trashing her, which is the way my brain was working for that. And then we are going to also trade all this in right now. Get rid of this person. And we're going to get a shell back and a worker back. And then we're going to do it all again with this guy right here. And we're going to get a shell and a worker back. That seemed like a big turn swing for us. And then now I can also get rid of this next guy as well. We have the provisions, we have the workers. We're not building anything anytime soon. Blues are whites now, so this guy can go away as well. And that's going to give us a shell back. And then also, and it's just going to be another provision person. The next person I would tuck if I had the opportunity to choose. Provisions and shells are good. I now also can trade 4 shells for a laborer, which we're going to do right now. Build up our labor force again. Don't have the right colors for the guys that are out there that are left, but we have 3 provisions, we have 4 provisions, we have a wood, we have a lot of bricks still. So you know what? I'm going to get another laborer just to get another laborer. Fashion all these shells that we're not using. And then I don't know, I feel like we are going to need a little bit of wood. So I'm going to grab some wood. I kind of want the shell really, but at some point we're going to have to build more stuff again. So I might as well start preparing for that now. And then this person we're going to finally just immediately get rid of for 2 foods. I like keeping them up there for that. All right, and then that is it. We got no more cards in hand. We did a full long turn. We are going to put the canal back. We are going to suffer our attacks. We are going to give this person a brick, trade with them a brick. We're going to take this damage because we can. And then they're going to slide down 3 because now 3 barbarians are coming out. 1, 2, 3. He looks like one of the mean ones. 1, 2, and we got to start considering getting this done too. We might have waited too long for that. I don't know. So now the waves are going to advance. We are going to shuffle our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We have like 5 full turns, 20, 21 villagers in here. Seems like we're in a pretty good spot, but this game is weird. It creeps up on you in weird ways. Let's see what we drew. We drew a lot of brick and a worker, so I don't know. We're going to have to try to use a lot of this brick this turn, but we're going to see what we can do. Let's get all of our stuff. So we're now getting 1, 2, 3, 4 laborers. Pretty good. We're getting 2 provisions. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are pretty versatile. We can get more laborers with them. We can get more food with them. And then we can get one of our choice, and all these guys come back too. And I don't know what the one from our choice is going to be. Probably just going to be, well, we want to get rid of this person first. So we have the yellow. Whites can be blues. Whites can be reds. So yeah, we're going to get a black, I think. So I'm just going to reserve all this now. We're not going to do it yet, but it's just easier for me to realize what I need to do. So if I get rid of 1, I still got to get rid of 1 more. Otherwise, we're going to be overrun. So I'm going to do a red here to get another black. I think we're going to do the easy one where do it like this. Do another provision. So this is all taken care of. This one's a story beat. We also have to start considering feeding our people, and we don't have the right people yet for this. So you got to start paying attention to that. We need meat first. I don't know how frequent meat comes out. This guy's a meat up there, so we might take them. But all right, we're getting rid of at least 2 barbarians with what we have right now. So we can very much consider getting advancing the ship again. And we're going to do that, and that's also a story one. So yeah, there's a lot of story stuff happening right now. I don't know the best order, so we're going to do the ship first and see what that reveals for us. So we're going to do that with 2 laborers. We have, oh wait, we have the wrong colors again. Not good at all. Maybe we don't do it this turn, but I kind of want to do it this turn. No, we'll just do it. We're basically going to pay 2 extra food to do this, which I don't fully love, but I think we need to do it. So we're using the food to do the conversion action to get a meeple of our choice. And yeah, we're going to advance this forward. And we're going to have to take 2 damage, but we have to read a story as well. So let's read our story. Maybe we'll get something good out of this. All right. Not all people can come and assist in the grand work. Defeating the floods will be a boon to us all, but life carries on in the small things as well as the large. Nearby villages do what they can to help, but they still must farm, forage, fight, and thrive. So it is with great pride in our people and the deepest of honor that I accepted a gift today from a family from the nearby mountain. They are what we are doing and how it benefits all. They are grateful for the work, but they cannot see how grateful I am to them. File the constructed canal cart away. I'll find 37 and put it in that, and we gain 2 provisions from it. Okay, so we got to get 37 out of the box for next time. Where does that get us? 37. Oh, okay. It's not the greatest. Not an upgrade, that's for sure. I feel like we just made the game harder. This is what it looks like. Whoops, this is what it looks like. We take 3 damage, and we get a wood, compared to the old one, which was simply just 2 damage. So I guess not everything can be good, but we do get 2 foods, so you know what? We'll take that. We took care of that. Right now we have no laborers, but we can get a laborer by trashing this card. So let's do that first. And we'll get a laborer. And then we're going to use the laborer to... do I want an outpost? Do I want a farm? Or do I want to try to go for another one of these? I typically don't go for too many of these, but we have so much brick. I kind of want to do it. And we have another laborer... free laborer card in our hand, so let's go for it. So we're going to pay one laborer, although I just realized we have 3 different guys that are asking for brick right now, but I guess this is fine because this will be like the last time we use brick probably. Maybe we'll use 1 more brick or something, and we're getting a lot of brick in our hand weirdly enough. So yeah, this is a very brick turn. All right, so we are going to pay 1 lumber. And we're going to put another one of these out, and I guess we'll just get a blue. Actually, we'll get a yellow, because yellow is not in our pool of our meeples can be yellow stuff. And we're getting a lot of whites now. This will come out, and we flip it over, and it is a simple shell reward. Yeah, the strongest of rewards. Yeah, I don't even think I've even seen this bonus. And now get a card at will, which is kind of interesting. We're going to tuck this person underneath immediately. So now we're going to get another laborer every turn. I think we should be pretty good. And we're going to crash these guys to get 2 brick. And then we are going to recruit this person and also recruit this person. I think we're going to actually take this person in. And then now we're going to take care of all this stuff. So let's get rid of, you know what? We're going to do this action first, I think. Well, we only have 1 worker. Need more workers. Are we getting any workers? We're not getting. Let's see what we get from this. So we're going to pay all this to get rid of this person, and we get to read chapter 7 now. Maybe it'll be something good, maybe something bad. I don't know. Why is this so hard to read? All right. Our scouts have reported a barbarian camp to the east of where we were working 2 nights ago. I had them keep watch and report back to me all that they saw. They came and reported lots of coming and going in the camp, but they could not get close enough to see more. The decision was made to meet this threat directly. Our path would cross theirs, and we'd move further downriver, and so it was only a matter of time. We caught them off guard, and through the fight hard, we managed to take the camp. What I did not expect to find was that they had been capturing people on the road. We formed a pit holding a few men and women. They looked half-starved but happy. Oh, we found a pit holding a few women. They looked half-starved and happy to see kinder faces. Some of them wish to return home, but others wish to... And sometimes gold can be found in the den of the tiger. Okay, so this person goes back. So we got rid of one of the harder people. Draw one townsfolk card into your hand from the townsfolk draw pile. Okay. Gain any 2 workers to your supply. All right, well, this is a one-time thing. Didn't really need the bonus, but you know what? We'll take it because we got some meat. So we're going to just use this meat guy right now to start on this card. Means we are reading another. We have to read chapter 33. And I also have to get 2 workers. So I'm probably going to just get 2 generic workers. No, I'm going to get 2 yellows. Need the yellows. Let's get the yellows. Actually, 1 yellow and 1. So now we got to read what we said. It was 33. All right. See if this is a good or a bad thing. 2 full chapters of stuff from this one. So, all right. Bo Yi came running to my tent this afternoon. His urgency was set by his own haste, as he had to catch his breath before being able to share what he had discovered. And what a discovery it was! While pursuing my own musings that the fire would have needed something to help to start, he has uncovered evidence the fire was started intentionally in tracks leading away from the camp. Someone has been stealing our food. We have mustered a tracking party and sent them on the trail. I've chosen Xing Ying to lead them, but her reputation as a master hunter and tracker is not false praise. Even with her skill, it will take time to discover where this trail leads, but I will not tolerate this thievery. My people will not starve after working to feed others who wish to eat for free. Find card 66 and place it face down underneath your ready pile. Okay? It was already added during a previous game. So 66. Did we do 66 yet? Face down under the ready pile. So it goes on the bottom. Nope. This one is a new one. So we basically got another food person, which we're very happy to have. And they go face down under, so they go on the bottom. All right. What else was I planning on doing? All right, we're going to get some free resources. We are going to grab a card and a lumber. Let's get the card first. I can now put people here to get cards. And I drew this person who we're just going to immediately trash to get another worker. And we're going to immediately use that worker to get a provision. Actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to use this worker to get a provision. And we're going to use this worker to get a lumber. And did I trade in all my people? My brick people? Where'd my brick people go? I remember having a hand of brick people. This person's new. I recruited these people. Well, hopefully I gave myself the brick. All right, so now I'm going to trade in three shells for a wood. And we are going to get a outpost. And we are going to simply get, I don't know, we'll do the black, we'll do the yellow. And we'll get a blue worker back for that. Now we have 3 outposts built, 3 huts built, 2 farms built. This is the most I've ever built in a game. That's a lot. So now we're going to have to really focus on cleaning up some barbarians and then ending the game. But we also have to get through this food deck. So I still have this barbarian that I got to get rid of. They're just going to give us 2 shells back and a brick. They go away. And then now we are just going to barter with 2 of them. And yeah, our ship's going to come back to the river. Pretty sure I didn't cheat and build this twice, but yeah. Hopefully I didn't. I don't think I did. This is going to go away. They're all going to slide down. We have 3 barbarians coming out of turn. So 1, 2, 3. So we do have to stay on top of them. 1 person coming out there. And then now we're going to start a new turn. So we have a lot of resources to deal with. Let's see. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 laborers a turn now. And we are getting, did I get it right? 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 laborers per turn. Wonder if I've shorted myself past laborers. We're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shells. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have all the shells in the game now. again. We are getting just 2 provisions. And then I get one of any color that I want, and it's probably going to be a black one because I don't have a lot of black. All right, and then I get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and then I'm just going to probably do it now. Well, I don't know. I have to get rid of 3 barbarians. So let's see what's happening first. So probably she's a good target because she's a weird one. We don't really like her that much. She does a lot of damage to us. This one's also a good target. Let's see if I can remove them off the board first. This one can take any 3 meeples. So we're going to cash in these 2 guys right now that we just drew and just get another red and yellow meeple. All right. We have a black, red, and yellow meeple for this person and 2 provisions. And any 3 for that one. So we are going to just do like 3 white ones for now. We'll deal with if we need to swap them out. But we also need 3 provisions for that as well. And then what easy things can we take? We gotta get rid of some of these brick guys. Here's an easy one. We have all of this, just the actual colors right here and 1 provision. So that keeps us from not losing. So let's just do all that in order and just kind of get it all going. Let's take care of this person first because they will give us a card and then we can see if we want to do anything with that card. So they're going to go away and we get a card from up here and we just got a wood person. So not the best, not the worst. We have to use some of our shells for something. So we're just going to get another laborer back by trading in 4 for 1. So that when we get rid of this barbarian, we actually have a reward. And we're going to get 2 shells and a lumber. And then this guy's, well, I just did it, but which guy was it? It was this one, right? Yeah, okay. They're gone. Let's get rid of this person. I think actually, you know what? We can't end the game because we still have to do this card. We almost forgot again. We actually have the right people now. So let's take care of this first and then we'll pivot and see what happens. So first, we are going to trade in a wheat for story beat 43. And then we're going to trade in a milk or fish. I think this is a fish, like a kanji bowl for 4. So let's read all that and see what happens. We have to do it. We can't win unless we do it. So we read 43 first. So it says, monkeys, I would laugh if I wasn't so furious. A small band of thieves and bandits bearing a standard of a monkey have been raiding our food supplies and selling it to the local barbarians, laughing at all of us all the while. Boyi and his trackers stayed long enough to hear their retelling of setting the fire and making off with their valuable supplies under its cover. He acted as my sword, and while it was not without cost, we will no longer be feeding our enemies in this endeavor. It seems that we are not the only ones these demons were stealing from. Draw the top 2 barbarian cards from the barbarian pile and look at them. Gain the rewards shown on the right side of each barbarian card, then place them in the barbarian discard pile. If you draw a barbarian featuring your story, discard it and draw a new one. Okay, and then we gotta take 1 damage. Okay, well, 1. All right, so I have to take a damage, and we just get rid of this card. But we draw these 2 barbarians, so we are getting 2 shells, a worker, and a card. This is the card that we're drawing in case we need it. And a laborer. I don't think it's going to matter at this point though. All right, and then 4. While the thieves behind us, with the thieves behind us, we can also leave worry in the air. Our stores have been boosted by all that was recovered from the monkey camp, and our foragers have renewed vigor in their work. Spurred on by the desire to restore all that has been lost and more. We are close. 1 path leads the season. Should put an end to both the rationing and worry that hangs over my head, and yet I still feel like something follows me. File the completed food storage card in the box under history. Place the townsfolk card that were on the food shortage card into the townfolk discard pile. Find card 53. File it in the box under another. So we're going to get another one of these cards. This one will also need to be completed in order to win the next game and will remain in play until you complete it. All right, so 53. Food shortages are never ending. All right, so This one goes back in the box. These 3 guys go into the discard. And then this is the new one for next game. This one has a story beat and then a provision and then a story beat. Although that's a fish. I guess the other one is kanji. I'm assuming is what it is. All right. I don't even remember what triggered that. Oh yeah. All right. So now we got to figure out who else to pay for. Did I have these paid for already? I thought I did. I thought I had this paid for. Watch me like pay twice the meeples. No, I'm gonna have to pay for it again because I don't know if I actually had this paid for. We're gonna get rid of these 3. Gonna go away. Actually, we're gonna trade in 4 more for a labor. He's gonna go away, and we're gonna get back a labor and a shell. This all goes away. We're gonna recruit this person. We're gonna get a food and a shell. Oops. And then we're gonna get a red worker. All right, so we need to take care of 1 more barbarian, which we have the ability to do. We are gonna take care of this guy and get 3 more shells back. But before we do that, we're going to trade in 4 shells. So we'll just pay 1, get a labor. All right, then now we have to pay for this in order to win. Very simply, we have all the workers and we have all the shells. So this ship's gonna go off the side. Again, I still don't know why like all this stuff exists. I feel like at some point there's gonna be something that makes like us have to go 1 turn longer. The only thing that makes sense to me, because every time I get to here, it always feels bad that it's like, oh, all this stuff that we just built up, we can't keep going with it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 empty spaces, so the barbarians are going to come out. We're not going to lose, and as far as I can tell, we win the game at this point. What is this last spot to? Oh, we just get 2 shells. And then weirdly enough, I never noticed too that at this point, if I wanted to build 1 more thing, I would have to make a decision on what that 1 more thing would be. And you know what? We can we build it? No, we don't. We actually have no more laborers. I probably should have done something like this and got a laborer back, but I actually didn't take advantage of these resources. So you know what? We'll just do it. We'll just see what I would have gotten. I wouldn't have gotten a laborer though. I would have gotten more food. But I feel like actually we could have almost built another one of these or another one of these just for fun. But yeah. Anyway, that is the end of this game. We are a winner again. So we are going to read from the winner's deck, which is going to give us a bad thing. So let us find out what that is, so that next time we play, we know what we're up against. The wall is gone though completely, I believe. I don't think they gave us another wall, so we don't have to deal with the wall anymore. So that's good timing. But yeah, let's see what this has to say. 15, right? That is a 15, yeah. So again, we keep playing until we run out of these or run out of these. These are the win cards, these are the lose cards. So we're 3 wins in and 1 loss into this campaign. So spoilers, if you care about that kind of stuff. All right, this is another long one. Can I even get this frame? Yes, we can. All right, hold on. Beloved to, I need like a stand for this. There we go. All right. Beloved to Shani, today was a auspicious day. Canals we have been working on so hard to complete are starting to show their merit. This region's floods have been tamed and many villagers will flourish in their protection for this year at least. The celebration is only tempered by my long absence from you. I do wish it was not so, but my duty is to my emperor. I am also troubled in my focus to complete the canals. I've neglected the peace of the surrounding clans. While they will benefit greatly from the completion of these works, the charismatic voices of the dissenters attract more and more people to their cause, and stronger barbarians rise up to lead them. I fear in the year to come I will face foes of greater might in greater numbers. All I can do is hold strong without peril. One does not acquire peace. So file the revealed victory card in the box under history. Find cards 6 through 9 in the story deck. Shuffle them in the barbarian draw pile for future games. These barbarians do not cause any damage and cannot be bribed. However, they increase how many barbarian cards need to be added, refreshing the card row each round. Well, we don't like that. 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, well, the game's getting harder again. feel like we were in a good place. 6, 7, 8. All right. So this is what it's looking like. Looks like there's one that we can get rid of again. These guys, they don't do damage, so our nice shield that we acquired is now a little bit nerfed. I mean, again, it depends on when these come up. If these come up on the first turn, it could be pretty rough. But again, we don't have to deal with a wall, so we can at least still go after them a little bit easier. In practice, I don't know how hard this will be. Maybe it's a non-issue, but I can see it being a problem. That is Legacy of You Game 4. So again, thank you for watching. Again, thank you anyone who's supporting me through Patreon for my game playthroughs, and hopefully my review stuff at some point will be useful to people or interesting, or I don't know, spur conversation. And again, if you are interested in chatting with me, I can be found through my website, on my Discord, in the profile. You can comment on these videos. You can tell me what I want to play. I did get a whole bunch of new games this past month from Kickstarters, so maybe I'll do a video about what new games came in, and maybe we can pick something to play from there. But I do like getting through campaigns, so that's why I've been doing game after game, because I find if I stop in the middle of a campaign and switch, then I end up not finishing it. So we'll see how that goes. At most, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games left, and at worst, we have 4 games left of the campaign. It depends on how well I can get through these missions. If you have any questions, let me know. If this helped you learn the game, also let me know. Is there anything you want to see? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Trying to get to 500 subscribers. And other than that, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.